Hey everyone, welcome to Minecraft Dinosaurs. This is episode 4. We are at the house. Nothing's changed much. It's hot because tough as nails is a thing. I know I didn't just do that. That's crazy. Log, 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 please. Oh man. Okay, well, aside from that mishap, I will fix that in just, like as I'm going. But man, I should know better than carrying an axe. Or trying to close the door with an axe on a wooden structure. I should know better. But with that, oof, damage. Oof. We're headed to work on our newest project. And so we're going to start our first project for the park, the actual park, because the house does not count. Ooh, it's hot. Uh-oh. We're gonna overheat. Uh-oh. 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 That's also going to be a project upcoming, which is thermal tuning. Okay, so we cool down over here. And we'll need more water. Bingo. Okay. So, first things first, we're going to head over to this island here, and we're going to work on terraforming. We're going to take care of all of these trees. Which actually reminds me, I'm going to get some chests. I almost did it again. I guarantee you that would have happened. Okay. That's 2 double chests. No axe. I need to do better. But the reason for that, specifically the double chest, is just so we can collect all this wood. See, we're going to come up on this part of the mass right here. And what we're going to do is actually investigate the river that splits it in half so I could test something. Uh-oh. Get in! Ugh. See, we're good. We're good. I do need to get filtered water. That's going to be a huge help down the line. Now I want to check out this river slash... See, that's not really a river. That's just what that is. We'll probably terraform around this cave. Okay, so that's... Hello. Thank you. I got 2 base stones. Hello. See, I want to fill up this more. It's not like super bad. Because I want this island to encompass 2 enclosures, but I... Hello? Was that you? Oh, it was a seal. Is there a seal down there? Because that scared the... Yeah, it's a seal. That's not a seal. I don't know what is. It's in there. Bingo. Okay. We're going to set up right about here and start tearing apart this area for enclosure work. And we're going to go sit in the ocean for a second because we need to. I hate the fact that it's summer. That's the big problem. And yeah. Now we're sleeping. Let's get to work, because here's the layout. This right here is going to be a river that splits it up. That actually might be pretty big. I don't know. Now I'm kind of rethinking this. Okay, here's what I think. If I go out in my zoom, obviously the lab's going to be up here somewhere, or built into the mountain a little bit. The redwoods are going to belong to most of the Hell Creek creatures. For the Cambrian, I could be very wrong on that. I want to put all of the stuff that's like old school here. So I say this island becomes the Edaphosaur and Dimetrodon. We'll split this into this river. You would go across and you'd see both enclosures. Yada, 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 yada. You would get it. Anyway. And then here we can work on another type of thing. This really feels like I'm copying Caden, but that is just how this mod is, because you go to deep slate level really quick to get resources, and that's just where the Cambrian stuff is you get the deep slate. Now, what would be copying if I used a seed, which I do have. No, I'm not sharing it. We're just gonna tear apart. Well, that'll be fine. So, anyway, this area is now clear. I will basically be cutting here. I know it's been only 8 minutes into the clip, but I want to get as much done for this as quickly as I can, so I'm going to I don't want you guys to be bored with me just not talking, so I will come back when I have what I need cleared out. Hey everyone, welcome back. So we got some good and bad news. Bad news is, it is a blood moon outside, so progress is a little halted on this for the time being, but that's not the major bad news. The real big bad news is that the last clip, which you saw me getting started and getting ready to destroy things, that was roughly 3 weeks ago. School caught up to me, and so I've just been kind of going ham, and here I am finally getting started. The good news is I have cleared off everything here, and I'll work on all this eventually. This will happen shortly. But yeah, still coming up with a plan there. There's this nasty cave I'm gonna have to cover up, but we'll figure it out. Yada yada yada. Either way, we got some work ahead of us before we get this enclosure going, especially since we have 2 Edaphosaurs. We're still gonna have to prep for the Dimetrodon eventually, but what this is telling me is sooner rather than later we're gonna have to move on into the development of our other sides of the park, especially with Hell Creek over here. I don't know what we're gonna have to do. A lot of terraforming here, I think. yeah, there's stuff to do, basically is the way to put it. And I think this is around the area where an aquarium would look really good. But I also could be very wrong, because it could look good over here. Anyway, either way, there's a blood moon outside, and I don't even want to step outside to show you, but there, you can take a look outside right there, based on that. So, yeah, I will continue work when I actually have some more time under my belt, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. Oh, also another bit of good news, because I decided I didn't let my stubbornness get ahead of me for once. I removed Tough as Nails. I know, made it a little difficult, whatever. If you enjoyed Tough as Nails, then thank you, I guess, for going along with my stupidity, but I'm going to remove it. This entire mod pack is based on building a dinosaur park, and it's just going to slow everything down the more I don't do it. So that's the next step. From that, I think we're going to keep working on the enclosure so we can get it done, and then we'll see you in the next clip with that. But I'm also kind of planning out what the next stages are. I don't know if I talked about this in the last clip. I can't remember for the life of me if I have. But I think we might start work on our villager trading hall, simply because that'll be important, and then we can connect that to the lab in the future. But still work to be done. Lots of work to be done, actually. But we'll get there. And then my last thing for this clip is I'm going to correct myself, because I did say Cambrian over here. I actually meant to say Permian. Permian is what we're talking about. It's the Permian area. The Cambrian was way before any of these creatures existed, so we will not be calling that the Cambrian anymore. Obviously, it's the Permian that I'm talking about. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey everybody, I was just grabbing my potatoes really quick, but I'll grab that in a second. Just giving you a quick update on the enclosure. It's been a while since the last clip. It's just how school and everything's lining up. Now that school's out, I should be able to get to this a little bit faster, but I wanted to show you what I've done. So, Permian Zone, because I remembered what it was now. I've done a lot of the terraforming. As you can see, this is vastly different. I covered up the entire cave, covered up this. This is where we're getting at right now. Basically, we've done all of the terraforming for most of the terrain. I think I still have a bit of area over here to touch up, but we'll get there eventually. The big things right now is I've created this little basin, because under here's the ravine. I followed the ravine to create a natural looking river, and then we'll clean this up a little bit. But gotta put a river in here once I do some texturing in here and all that stuff. And then this is gonna be actually, this is just the outline and stuff for the rock wall waterfall. So where the water is gonna flow into the river here. Or I guess, yeah, well, it'll make sense. And then I'm also at the other end of the waterfall, which is where the Edaphosaur enclosure is going to be. There's going to be a waterfall that kind of goes into this deep basin, and that'll be the fence right along those trees. And yeah, we are getting some work done, kind of cleaning up some of the water. I'll be doing some terraforming to get some of that wetland terrain. And then, yeah, a lot of what's left right now is also over here. If we pop in, we'll see, like, we have some work to do still. Like, we have some of this terrain to clean up, make it look nicer, and we have this over here to remove. Stuff like that. Also, you may have noticed I've added some ambient sounds into the mod pack, which is great. Some other things might be coming to the mod pack just to make things a little easier for these videos and production, so we'll see. But as you can hear, the seagulls, yet none are nearby, so it's great. We're gonna just keep working, and I will get this video as soon as I can, but this is taking a lot longer than I wanted to. So, yeah, see you in a few. Hey everyone, welcome back to the next clip. After a little bit more work, we've just done a lot of terraining, started getting the rock wall, everything ready to go. Basically what happened is, like I said, I filled in the reservoir after actually completing it and making it look nice. Started digging out these little areas for water. This was already here, so I'm like, you know what, natural terrain looks good. That is... Hey, praise the Lord. That's cool, actually. I didn't notice that until just now. That's a distraction, alright? Alright, okay, cool. But as you can see, like, we're just gonna cut around the fences here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Cut the fences here and we'll build them around. And then where I have the rock wall right now is where we're gonna attach the fence to it. So, lots of stuff to do there. But, this is where the rock wall is going to go. So obviously we're going to finish the rock wall first, then start the fences and all that. Plenty of work still to do. As you can see, like with the reservoir, water's filled in. We have the waterfall ready to go. Maybe some texturing on this. Get some moss, stuff like that. The cave is still open somewhere. Where are you? Anyway, there's zombies underneath. So I'm going to have to probably take care of that. But everything looks good. On the other side, which is probably going to be like right here. It's going to be right here for the other side of the rock wall. Obviously, this is going to have to extend pretty high for viewers. But this is where the Dimetrodon will go. I've done a little bit of the training over here, but it's not going to be the main focus for the episode anymore. Like, I just wanted to make sure it was kind of not in the way anymore. And most of it was just scoring up the land when we get there. But as we see, like, this is where we're going to leave the rock wall. Obviously, I got to do some terraining around here and add up some more water. Because I took some advice from a good friend, Caden, the Chaotic Craft. And he understands the whole concept of just, like, wetlands. Usually have, like, tides that rise based on the circumstance. Okay, it's not a thunderstorm. Good. So grass near the water is common. These sandy little areas are also good in here, but it's mostly going to be this kind of grass. So I'm just judging it by that. So we've kind of just carved away a little bit at that. I don't know. Well, we're going to go from there on what we do. But this is going to be a great start for what we're trying to do with the wetlands. So when I come back, I'll have the rock wall complete. I'll likely have all the terraining in here, and we can hopefully start working on the fences. I can show the fence design and yada yada yada. I'm also thinking, because of like right here, I'm thinking we do a shelter alongside the fence, because on this side because on the side of the rock wall, because it's gonna go around the hill. It's going to be like a little plaza area for guests, stuff like that. So, you know, decoration elements as needed in a park. So what I might do is have a plaza and a connect, and you can do a little viewing from inside the shelter for the Edaphosaurs. So anyway, that's what we've got to do. Plenty of stuff going. I like these little jagged rocks I've done. So I also apologize on the delay on this episode. Again, it's just how things have gone. I will be sure that now that summer is coming, that we can get these videos out more. And yeah, thank you for your patience. I'm going to get this taken care of. I'm going to try and get this done before the end of May. So anyway, thanks guys. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back. That teleport is from a cave because I was just doing a bit of mining because I want to see if we can get one more Edaphosaur before we truly dive into everything. Also, did I have more? Oh, I just had the one. Okay. Guess I'm unsure. Oh, I needed this because I was doing some other stuff like that. Yay, food. Let me get this iron going. Get some of these out of here. And let's analyze. This broken helmet can go in the dumpster there. And I just want to see what we can get. Loncodomus. Okay, well that's a DNA. I hope we get something else. Tough. Tough. I just want to see what we can get. I'm going to show you what we've done, and then I'll come back when I have the Edaphosaurs, because I want to hatch 3 today, but also I want to point out their max population size from the Dinopedia, because I'm realizing the enclosure's a little big. So the goal is to have a few. But I guess while that's cooking, let's make this thing. Also, keep in mind, we are going to have to, Ooh! Wait. Oh, I put that in there. Eh. Whoops. That's cool, I guess. Gravel. So we didn't get another DNA, but let's start working on this. And while that's going, put that there. Let's go see what I've done. Go to the Permian zone. As you can see, there's basically a whole enclosure. I know I said I'd come back when I was done with the wall. Also, the fence is very simple. Like, I'm not going to do something extravagant for these guys. It doesn't make sense. But this is our little shelter that I've built. I was just talking to Caden and we just kind of got caught up. The wetlands area is done. I fixed this. Finished the rock wall, which I think I did pretty okay. Yeah, it looks good. And yeah, it looks a little flat, but that's because it's a pathway on top, so it makes sense. And yeah, we're gonna throw the Edaphosaurs in here as soon as we're ready. But I also am going to probably cut and do another mining trip just to see if I can get that 3rd one before we are fully ready to go. But yeah, this video is just about ready to go, and yeah, just some more work to get done, and we're there. Anyways, see you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey everyone, we are back. I've decorated the enclosure. Everything is ready to go. We have the eggs. Our 3 little Edaphosaurs. Yeah. We got it from the secondary little mining expedition I did. I just wanted to see if I can get one more DNA, and it was the last fossil. It was amazing. Here we go. Let's hatch. Okay, they're warm. Good. Just gonna stand right here. I'm excited, guys. It's our first dinosaur. We worked pretty hard to get this video ready. I had a lot of time to really get things going, and obviously you can see in here looks great. We have nice glass so people can view from the outside when we get to there, and the floodplains look great. I think it's a little hostile outside right now. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. These guys will be ready to go, and it's exciting. Yeah. which... Oh, wow, they're actually going pretty fast. I'm excited. Eee, I'm so giddy. They're not dinosaurs, but it's our first creature. The Edaphosaurs are here. Oh my gosh, I'm way too giddy. I'm running around. See, when we think... I'm trying to think of something. Like... biblical, because that's kind of who I am, but I struggle a lot with the dinosaurs content, so I'll just say this along the lines of like these were created beings, created by God, and while this is a video game, digital, it's so cool to be bringing these into the world, you know? It's awesome. It's actually very cool. I have plenty of space, plenty of siblings. Oh, here we go! They're dancing! It's raining, it's so atmospheric. Untamed? Untamed? What? Holy crap, I'm gonna lose all my potatoes. Okay, and then I think that makes all of them. Yep. Where are you, buddy? Yep. There's our other guy. Ooh. Bing. Yep. Bing. Yep. Our other guy is already over here. Look at you enjoying the rain. See, max population is 15, and they're happy. There we go. Okay, actually. Male. 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 3 males. That's okay. That's cool. Yeah, male. Ooh, and it stopped raining. You're a male. And you are male. Damn. Okay, well, 3 males, 3 boys. You can get us some names for these guys in the comments below. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching this episode. Next episode we're gonna clean up. We're probably not gonna do any of that. I think next episode we're gonna start getting some industry set up. Maybe focusing on tools and just making sure I can actually do this effectively and get things what we need to do. These guys are ready to go, and I think next up is basically we're gonna get industry popping, get some more fossils, maybe try and get more of these guys, and then we'll decide the future of the park in the coming episodes. Might not be a dinosaur for a while, but we'll try and get some new hatchlings every so often, very quickly. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. This took a long time to make just because of school and everything, so I apologize again. I've apologized probably like 40 times, but you get the gist. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.